Tonight on the studio review, I'm taking you with me on vacation to the coolest Taco Bell in the world. We're also going to get to hear from my dog Penny and induct some new members to the Internet Hall of Fame. 3 segments, 5 minutes, here we go.
This is the Studio Review.
Last month I had the chance to visit some friends in San Francisco, California, and while I was there, I made a trip down to Pacifica, California, where I got to visit what is widely considered the coolest Taco Bell in the world. Taco Bell even has its own list of the 12 most beautiful Taco Bell locations, and this location tops that list. To put it simply, this Taco Bell is literally located right on the Pacific coast. It's got surfboard parking out front so people can literally come in off the beach. It has easily one of the best fast food restaurant interiors I've ever seen, including an indoor fireplace and amazing views of the ocean. And maybe the best part is the back deck where you can literally eat your Taco Bell oceanside. Normally when I go to Taco Bell, I try to look for the best deal, but since I was at this location, I splurged and just got my favorite. So I got some nacho fries, cheesy gordita crunch, and of course, a Baja Blast. The day we were there was a little bit cold and windy, but there were still surfers out in the water, and honestly it made for kind of a less crowded experience. We didn't use this while we were there, but there's also a walk-up window so that people can order food without having to wash sand off their feet. They also had souvenir cups and t-shirts available for purchase. I also read that a couple rented out the cantina a couple years ago to have their wedding reception there. All that to say, if you're a Taco Bell fan, this location is 100% worth the trip. It definitely lives up to the hype. And I would also say if you're not a Taco Bell fan, but you're in the Bay Area, I think you'd be blown away by how nice this place is. Shout out to Jack and Catherine for taking us there. All right, next up, we're gonna have my dog answer some of life's biggest questions. This is Heads or Tails. Welcome back to Heads or Tails. Today we're asking Penny some questions that have long plagued humanity. So first we're gonna ask her whether pineapple belongs on pizza or not. I have a feeling she'll say yes. She'll eat literally anything. Next we're gonna throw it back and ask her if she prefers the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. And finally, even though Penny's not a native English speaker, we're gonna ask her whether the motion file format is pronounced GIF or GIF. What do you think, Penny? You ready? All right, let's do this. And for the final segment tonight, we're going to explore some Google reviews that I think deserve to be inducted into the Internet Hall of Fame. If you've ever looked at Google reviews, you can almost always find at least one review that's kind of a head scratcher. And tonight we're looking at 1-star reviews for some of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. Starting with the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. Manuel says, "This building doesn't even have a roof. Useless. 20 euros for that? 1 out of 5. Next up, we're gonna visit Mount Rushmore. Carol, who's a local guide, says, "Good for the history, but the place is really small, is not a mount. I don't like. Looks big in the videos, but is not." 1 star. Ivan says, "Amazing place, however, whatever you do, don't use your right to free speech. They will arrest you. Welcome to America." 1 star. This one's actually a pretty good review. It has 4 out of 5 stars, and it says, "I would have given 5 stars if they had a sign explaining what geologic processes took place to form the faces in the mountain. I was also under the impression that Nicolas Cage would be there. I saw a mountain goat though." 4 stars. Next up, we've got the Pantheon in Rome. Kaylee, another local guide, says, "This place, creepy. Have us the heebie-jeebies. Didn't go in." 1 star. And lastly, Adam says, "Old and dated. No Wi-Fi. Hole in ceiling." 1 star. And finally, we're gonna travel to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Adam says, "Hated. It's hot, it's boring, you don't get to go in, the mummies just sleep all day, just the worst." 1 star. The MLG Pro says, "This is not King Tut's Putt-Putt." I looked it up, and King Tut's Putt-Putt is a single location of a miniature golf course located in Australia that permanently closed on January 20th of this year. Rest in peace, King Tut's Putt-Putt. We can only hope that they build you a memorial as grandiose as the real King Tut, but still. 1 star. Hotel says in his review, "Most important one, do not go near to a camel, try to take picture. Till the moment you complete your shot, no problem. After that, the camel owner and his friends will come near to and try to attack." 1 star. That actually does seem like a pretty big problem there, like people bugging you for tips and overcharging you, so just heads up. And perhaps my favorite review of all, Joshua says, "It was cool, but when I came home my fish drowned because my cousin fed it Doritos." Rest in peace to Joshua's fish. 1 star. Thank you so much to all these Google reviewers, and congratulations on being inducted into the Internet Hall of Fame. Hey, before you go, I just want to shout out the Crisis Text Line. It's a resource that connects people to a trained crisis counselor if you ever feel like you're experiencing a mental or emotional crisis. All you have to do is text hello to 741-741. You can also message them on Facebook or WhatsApp. But that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Episode 13 will come out on Wednesday, so make sure you click subscribe right here so you don't miss out on new content. But until then, just remember that even when it doesn't feel like it, it's gonna be okay. I'll see you soon.